So today we're working on Mathemagic and we're on page 109. And what we're working on is value for money. And you will remember that recently we figured out how to get the cost of one unit, like for example, one apple or one pencil or 1 kilogram of meat or 1 bag of potatoes. And that's basically how you figure out better value, by figuring out the cost of one unit. So you will see here, question 2. It asks which is the better value, 1 or 2, for the pencil. So you've 8 pencils there and you have 5 pencils there and the cost of them. So to find out what one single pencil costs in both cases, you must divide. So 1080 divided by 8 will give you what one pencil in that box costs. And 725 divided by 5 will give you what one pencil costs in that box. Compare them, see which is the cheapest, and then that'll tell you which is the best value. Could be either 1 or 2. By how much per pencil is the value better? So in order to do that, you need to subtract one from the other, just to find out the difference between them. By how much per pencil is the value better? So per pencil, the figure you got when you did the division, subtract one from the other and find out how much more one was, or another way of putting it is how much less the better value pencil was. Now at C it says, how much would you save on 40 pencils? So you know the cost of one pencil out of the 8 pencil box. You know the cost of one pencil out of the 5 pencil box. In order to get how much 40 pencils would cost, you're going to have to multiply this single pencil, and you're going to, in another step, have to multiply this single pencil. Then you'll come up with 2 figures, which will be the cost of 40 pencils out of this box and 40 pencils out of this box. To figure out how much you would save, then what you need to do is subtract one from the other, and that'll give you how much you would save by buying the better value pencil in a batch of 40. 3 is very, very similar. It gives you 7 oranges priced at $3.71 for the bag of them, 12 oranges for $5.76 for a bag of 12. Which is the better value, 1 or 2? So you're going to be dividing by 12 here, and dividing by 7 here. That'll give you the cost of 1 orange, and that'll give you the cost of 1 orange in this one as well. Then, which is the best, which is the cheapest? That'll be the better value one. How much per orange do you save by buying the better value pack? So you've got your 1 orange here and your 1 orange here. To find out how much you save, you take one away from the other. How much would you save on 84 oranges? So to figure that out, you need to find out how much 84 oranges from this pack would be and how much 84 oranges from this pack would be. And that involves multiplication. Find out how much 84 would be for each. You'll have 2 long multiplication sums. Then when you get your answer, subtract one from the other, and that'll tell you how much you would save if you were to buy 84 oranges of this type and 84 oranges of this type. Question 4 says copybooks cost €2.12 per pack of 4 and $4.50 per pack of 10. How much would I save on 20 copybooks by buying the better value packs? Now we don't know which one is the better value. So again, to find out how much one copy is, divide by 4 here, divide by 10 here. How much would I save on 20 copybooks by buying the better value packs? So to figure out how much you would save on 20 copybooks, you need to find out what one copy is here and one copy is here, which you've done. Multiply one copy by 20 here, multiply one copy by 20 here. Or indeed, you could just double 450 because 10 and 10 is 20. Then when you have those 2 answers, you subtract one from the other. This number 5 here is similar again. Apple juice costs €3.86 per 2-litre bottle or 57 cents per quarter-litre bottle. How much would I save on 6 litres of juice by buying the better value packs? So it probably is easiest to whittle this down to what 1 litre costs. That'll make it handy for you. So this is a 2-litre bottle. Divide by 2 to find out what 1 litre costs. This is a quarter of a litre bottle, so multiply by 4 to find out what 1 full litre bottle costs. Then you can figure out which one is the better value from that. How much would I save on 6 litres of juice by buying the better value packs? Multiply both your 1 litres answers, how much 1 litre costs, how much 1 litre costs. Multiply each of them by 6, get your answer, And then to find out how much you would save, subtract one from the other. And then the last one here is at 6, and this is tricky because the grams that they've given are tricky, I suppose. So 267 for 750 grams, which is 3/4 of a kilo, 185 for 500 grams, and 486 for 1.5 kilograms, which is the best value. So you've 3 of them to figure out. Now you might be better off to find out what the kilo rate is. Though there are other ways that you can do this too, it's up to yourself. How much per kilogram do I save by buying the best value rather than the worst value? So per kilogram. So really you'd be better off to find out what it does cost per kilogram. Now to start with this one, we've got what 3/4 of a kilogram is. We've got 3/4. If we divide it by 3, we'll figure out what 1/4 is. Then multiply your answer by 4 and you'll find out what 1 kilogram costs. For the 500 grams one, that's a half of a kilo. You need to double it to find out what 1 kilo costs. Multiply by 2 to double it. And for this one here, you have 1.5 kilograms and you have the price of it. So to find out what price that 1 kilogram of that is, that's a bit tricky. So 1.5 kilos means you know what 3 halves are. So to find out what 1/2 is, when you have 1.5, you have to divide by 3. That'll give you 1/2. To find out what 2 halves they are, which are a kilo, is multiplied by 2. So that'll figure that one out for you. How much kilos per kilo do I save by buying the best value rather than the worst value? So when you've found out what each one is per kilo, figure out which one is the best value and which one is the worst value, and leave the middle one to the side and subtract the best value from the worst value, and that'll find out how much you save. What is the best saving I could make on 6 kilograms? So again, you have to go back to your answers that you got, and best saving I could make on 6 kilograms. So you know what 1 kilogram is for each of them now. So you need to multiply that by 6. So in 3 situations. Multiplied by 6, the best saving I could make. So the best one, I suppose the best one would be to subtract the best price for 6 kilos from the worst price for 6 kilos. You probably don't need to find out the price of the middle one for 6 kilos. You want to get the best saving. So how much is 6 kilograms going to cost when you use the best rate, and how much is 6 kilograms going to cost when you use the worst rate, and subtract one from the other. I hope that helps. Thanks for listening, guys.